tonight we're continuing our conversation on homelessness, as the statistics suggest here in the capital. Nearly 6,500 people slept rough last year, a rise of 62% in just 2 years. So, have you fallen foul of the system? Campbell's in Wandsworth. Hi, Campbell.
Hey, how you doing, Anthony?
Yeah, doing fine. So, are you homeless yourself, Campbell?
Yeah, currently homeless, mate, for about 7-8 months.
Tell us your story.
It pretty much dates back to 2007, when I was diagnosed with some common mental health problems, and I got into an altercation which landed me in prison. Spent a year in prison, came out. I had a flat, by the way, for about 9 years, Wandsworth Council. Lost the flat due to the breach in the tenancy. And I've just been either rough sleeping or private renting, and it became difficult after that. And then in the end, I had no funds to rent any properties, to live anywhere. Bring it forward. I recently stayed at one of Mr. Boris Johnson's no second night out places. They go on a policy of we'll find you some accommodation within 72 hours. I ended up staying there for 5 weeks and leaving after that period, because wherever we tried, places would say, yeah, we'll take you on board, and but we're full. And here I am now.
And do you find that happens often, that the shelters that are available are simply full because there are so many more people on the streets of London?
Absolutely. Maybe. I've met a couple of people, a few people in these shelters. Some are from other European countries, some from England, and they're in the same situation. Some people treat these shelters like they're hotels. You know, they've got an area where we all sleep on the floor. They've got sleeping bags, silk sheets, everything but a fridge in their corner, and they're quite happy to sort of stay there for a long time. A couple of people have been there for months. Do you know what I mean? They just don't want to either push themselves to go and get help, or these charities ain't helping them. But speaking of my experience, they weren't helpful for me at all. None of these charities are helpful.
Because they can't offer you long-term solutions, you mean?
Well, maybe put me onto an organisation that might be able to, one of your previous callers, a female, is just on saying, they take in people for about 6 months to 2 years, and that might be in some kind of supported housing, and then they get, the help to progress onto something a bit more long-term. But for every door I've been to, and I'm not sure whether it's due to the fact that I have mental health problems, some of these charities, they state that they help people with, alcohol abuse, depression, mental health, whether they had a criminal past or whatnot. Yeah, we'll take you in, but they don't do nothing. The door's just shut, and they try to palm you off onto some type of private rented accommodation, and we just can't afford it. It's too expensive, or the place just isn't suitable for some strange reason. It just really, I've been to a few places that have been private accommodations, and they're absolutely diabolical.
Years ago, we used to report that homeless people were stuck in a catch-22 situation because they couldn't get a job without an address, and they couldn't get an address without a job. Is that still the case?
Absolutely, that is the case. My job profession, if you like, is a multi-job driver. So for the company's assurance and peace of mind, they need to know that you're off some kind of stable accommodation, just in case, I don't know, say somebody drives off with a van or takes money off deliveries or something, or items off the company, whatever it may be. So they just need to know that they can track somebody down. obviously, when you go for jobs and stuff, they ask you for your identification and your proof of address. And it's
difficult.
It's very hot.
Where is home for you this weekend, Campbell?
My home this weekend is...
you don't have to give me the specific address, but what kind of environment are you staying in?
It's council block stairwells, the park. Last week I was recently mugged. Had my phone stolen. And at the moment I'm in a battle with one of the councils at the moment, actually, who tell me I do not qualify for the general or needs for housing accommodation because they deem me not vulnerable. And yeah. So,
this is the problem, isn't it? There's always someone worse off than you, and invariably,
right.
you know, that's why one gets put to the back of the queue. Okay, Campbell, thank you so much for the call tonight. All the very best to you. And please keep in touch, won't you?